to know everything. It's been Agatha all along.
Hey, y'all.
What's up, y'all?
I'm Maurice.
I'm Monica. Welcome to Eminem Talks. So, today we're going to be discussing Agatha All Along so far.
Geek session.
Yes, because this is just a review of the show so far. So we're just going to be talking about some of our theories, some of the things that we've been going down rabbit holes with, some of the things that we found out from other people. And thank you to those who do comment and interact with us. We love it. And we do reply to you all. So hopefully you see our replies. But yeah, we want to know your thoughts as well as what we're doing. And that's not to say that what we know anything, or of course we don't, or if anything of what we're saying is going to happen, because we have absolutely no freaking clue. We just like going down rabbit holes, and half the stuff we talk about is just stuff that we want to see happen, and it's probably never going to happen. Yeah. So don't criticize us too much. But if you like what you're hearing, or if you have theories of your own, or just want to comment and interact with us, go ahead and drop us a comment.
Yeah, just be prepared to go down a rabbit hole. This is specifically for Agatha All Along.
Yes.
This show's been pretty damn good. Again, totally surprised.
Yeah. We didn't think we were gonna like this show.
No.
It was just one of those. Why are we getting this show? We had enough of Agatha and Wanda Vision, so it was just one of those. I could have did without it.
I was definitely one of those that was like, why are we getting this show? I like the character, but did she deserve her own show? I was unsure, but I was going to check it out anyway. And
as we always do.
Surprise, surprise! It has been
Freaking love it.
Damn solid.
I mean, and we love that it keeps us guessing. So it's just every episode has caught our attention. It's just the writing, the acting has been phenomenal.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. So it's just something that caught us by surprise, and we constantly look forward to the next episode. So if you enjoy it like we do, definitely sit back, have a drink with us.
This is happening.
And let's go down this rabbit hole together.
What are we drinking?
We are drinking right now Crown Royal salted caramel. Babe has a little bit of sour apple liqueur mixed into his. I'm going straight, no ice, because that's how I do it. But
I like mine chilled. But yeah, if you want to join in with us tonight, have a drink, leave some comments, let's hear your theories.
Yeah.
Let's hear your reviews, your thoughts as well.
Your rabbit holes.
Yeah.
We love playing off of those too. So ready to jump right into it?
Let's jump into
this.
Let's
go.
So, well, actually, this one. Well, let me start off with this. First of all, quick shout out to Eric Voss and New Rockstars.
Yes.
Dude, you sent us down a rabbit hole today.
I mean, when I say a rabbit hole, we went so far down, I didn't even know if we can come back up. Like that, we love watching them. Definitely shout out to them. Yeah, they do their research, and the work they put in, the research and everything just kind of, it gets us going. So we definitely love watching y'all.
But there was something in particular in his latest breakdown of the last episode. And I do want to touch bases on that. So again, shout out to you guys for the review, for the research you guys put in. But it did give me a theory. I'm going to get into this one. So in his video, he did talk about Billy's room. William's room.
Yeah.
And there are certain things that are in the room that relate to the Witch's Road and some of the trials that they've been on. Mm-hmm. And he was pointing them out in the video, and I actually went back and watched some of the scenes of the episode and was like, okay, I got a theory of what may be happening. So the placement of some of these characters, timeline-wise, is starting to come into play. One question that have been kind of asking in our discussions, mm-hmm. Why the hell is Rio there? And then they showed
a slight theory.
And then they showed the car accident. So this was my theory at first. She showed up to collect her body of William Kaplan, but to find it occupied
By Billy.
by Billy. So she's kind of sticking around. That's what my theory went first until I saw this video. Let's go. I'm gonna jump into, after I saw this video, I'm gonna jump into my theory on this. So this kind of goes back to Wanda Vision. In the episode in Wanda Vision where we saw the inspiration of the hex, of Wanda's hex, her childhood videos or the shows that she grew up on, from the 60s up to the 70s and the 80s, the sitcoms. And every episode, we got that in WandaVision. Well, that video from New Rockstars pointed out that some of these things, the leaves colors, some of the posters, things like that are popping up along the Witch's Road. Which led me to this theory of Billy has put up a hex.
Mm-hmm. I kind of played off of this too.
So this is my theory. Billy has put up a hex for Agatha, which is the reason why Agatha was still in that cop role. The question is, if this is true, why? My theory is he is working with Rio.
And there are some reasons as to why he thinks that the two of them are working together. Definitely to tell them that.
Yeah. So I believe those the Rio and now Billy are working together. I may have forgotten it, but I know it has something to do with possibly bringing back Wanda. So I was not in. I believe nobody really believed that Wanda died in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. It's a possibility that she actually did die, but we gotta look at where she died at within the original scriptures of the Darkhold. If that is the case, which I saw a scene again, I was like, oh crap, they actually did prophesize Wiccan as well. At what was it called? Mundagore or
yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I forgot where the temple was at. But where we saw the temple of the Scarlet Witch, but there was also another statue there, a mural of Wiccan. So he was prophesized as well, which could possibly have led to why Billy was the one that was able to escape the hex and occupy a body, a vessel. But Wanda may be trapped or in some sort of state. I think this is possibly where Mephisto comes in. But wherever she is, Agatha is needed.
So my play on this is I was playing off a little bit of the fact that it just seems like if you look at certain things that Billy and Rio could possibly be working together or not realize they're wanting or needing the same things or whatever the case may be. I do feel like Rio was there to collect William's body and was just completely surprised at the fact that, oh shoot, there's somebody's inhabiting this body, and it happens to be Billy. And she's kind of just hanging close and things like that. But at the same time, we know that Billy has amnesia too, thanks to one of our friends that commented to us that gave us that theory. Billy definitely came into William's body with amnesia. So he's, in those 3 years, he's learning himself. He's learning who he was, what his family, he's learning all those things, which is how he came across Agatha, we seen. I'm more of going in the way of somehow, some way, because we know he has the powers of Scarlet Witch. We do. He has some sort of them, probably not all of them, but he has a good amount of it. I think, of course, there was a way that he subconsciously threw himself into somebody's body and threw Tommy into somebody else's body as well. Just doesn't remember or know where or anything like that. But at the same time, I do believe that there is a possibility he could have created another hex of his own unknowingly. I feel like, and this could be totally wrong and completely just left field, but but the thing is,
we're shooting for the fences here.
what if just follow along with me. What if, when we all thought he was saying that spell to Agatha to wake her up from Wanda's hex that she had, that the spell that she was under from Wanda, what if that was his own? What if he unknowingly created his own hex? And what the spell, he broke her out of Wanda's spell, but went into his. What if this is something that he's creating? I don't know. We know there's a big twist coming in this. And we're just kind of theorizing, playing around with theories as to what that twist could be. This could be a whole nother hex going on that Billy accidentally created on his own, not knowing. It's just a reaction. We've seen Wanda as Scarlet Witch do things out of natural reaction, not realize, just forgetting about the power she holds. And who's to say Billy didn't do the same thing? And then Rio, I don't know. We don't really know why Rio is really there, other than to collect her bodies. And then I'm just like, but she's collecting bodies. She's collecting souls. They walk souls to the other side, not bodies. And it is just like, I don't know. It's confusing, but, still waiting to see that. So definitely I have this rabbit hole theory, and my rabbit hole theories are probably nothing of what's going to happen in my rabbit hole. So let me have it. It's just the fact of, I think Billy subconsciously created his own hex, and that's what we're kind of going through right now. So it's kind of interesting to see. Just the little things leading into it. We definitely know we will see Lilia and Jen at some point, because we still have to go through Lilia's trial, thanks to one of our friends reminding us about that.
It's going to be a big one.
Yeah, it definitely is, because we see her in some of the previews and stuff like that, the whole reverse tower thing and things like that. So we know they're coming back. We just don't know. There's so many unknowns. There's so many variables that we love playing around with. So what do you think about that so far?
Another theory, now that we bring up Lilia, right? So this was another one that I came up with before I actually kind of landed on the one that I kind of leaned towards more, but it's definitely hex based. I believe we are looking at another hex, but created by who? So, like I said, my last one was of Billy creating a hex for Agatha, leading her down this road to regain her power, but for what? Maybe he needs her to resurrect, or her power to resurrect Wanda. But another theory was this actually may be Wanda's hex. Now, I'm sorry. And this may be happening a couple of times, Wanda. No, this may be Agatha's hex to lure Billy. But Lilia caught wind of it before it took place and saw his future. We got to remember that all witches are terrified. They're scared of the Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
So the theory that we also saw on New Rockstar's video was that she is basically reading her future in the present. So
and getting it mixed up.
You're getting it mixed up. So she may have saw her demise, but saw the chaos, which is part of that card, that may come, which may be the Scarlet Witch. which answers the question, because the Scarlet Witch is all powerful and everything. Why wasn't she able to sense Billy's presence the moment the hex ended and she left Westview at the end of WandaVision? Well, because now we know, while that hex was going down, that party was going on, and then Lilia created the sigil so that no witch can see him. Possibly because she knew who was about to enter his body and the chaos that can create. Which would, if this is the case, would have thrown Agatha's plan completely out of whack.
Okay, I have just a little bit of pushback. And the only reason why I say that is because at the end of WandaVision, when we do see that end credit scene to where we finally see the Scarlet Witch and her whole get up and stuff, she hears them. Mm-hmm. I think that that was her hearing them when, because she took him upstairs to get him to sleep or whatever. We never heard, all the other stuff that's added in here now. But when he was leaving outside of the body and his spirit was leaving and he put himself into William's body, I think that's what that's what Scarlet Witch was hearing at that time. So I feel like she did know, but at the same time, when he put himself into William's body, there was not a lot of time to find them, because almost he died that same day. William died the same day that Billy went into his body. Of course, that's how he was able to inhabit it. Mm-hmm. But that sigil was put on him already. That sigil was already there. Yeah. So there was only that short time from when Scarlet Witch heard them at the end of WandaVision to the time that he was able to put himself into somebody's body. That didn't give her enough time to be able to sense anything. Okay, let's piggyback off of that real quick. But I'm going to jump back. Continue off of that theory, because you did bring up a good point. The end of WandaVision, the post-credit scene, she's using the Darkhold. And she hears, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, anybody, she heard her kids say, "Mom, help." I could be wrong. "Mommy, help me," or something like that. Yeah. So, fast forward to this car accident, William's death. Because when we watched the episode, that struck me weird as to why when he woke up, he was like, "Tommy." I feel, go with me here, because again, we didn't hear them say goodnight to each other. We learned all this in this show, so we didn't hear that in WandaVision. So there could have been multiple things that they said. I feel like they were, when he was coming, they were coming out of their own bodies. Their spirits were leaving their bodies, and he had thrown his and possibly Tommy's into other bodies. Yeah, he was calling from his brother because he was separating from him. And he also, I feel like they both called for their mom when it started to happen. That's what I think. I think they called for Wanda. They called for Wanda exactly when it started to happen, because they knew something was happening. And then once they realized they were separating, that's when it was, he's trying to reach for. And I think the fact that when he felt his brother separating from him, that's when he possibly threw him into somebody else's body, just like he did himself, to try and protect him, but he doesn't know where that is. And that's why he's yelling for Tommy. But I'm not referring to that night, though, when the hex ended. The after credit scene for WandaVision, the hex was over. The town was back to normal. She heard the cry from another universe. I see what you're saying. Yeah. She heard the cry of help, or she heard her kids from another universe, which led her to start looking and traveling the multiverse. Looking for a way to travel the multiverse. What if? Why she went after America Chavez. What if? Okay, just go with me here. So we know when it was happening, Billy and Tommy separated, and with the possibility that Billy was able to put Tommy into somebody else's body just like he did himself. What if it wasn't both of them calling for Wanda? What if it was just Tommy? Because he was alone, and obviously Tommy doesn't have the powers that Billy and Wanda has. He just has the speed and everything. What if it was just Tommy, because he's by himself? He doesn't even know what happened, because the fact that I don't think he really quite grasps the complexity or the power his brother had. And for him to throw him into somebody else's body, what if it's him calling out to his mom in his head?
But I'm not talking about them separating though. So when she heard them at the end of Wanda Vision, they seem to be in some sort of trouble.
No, I know that. That's why I'm saying
so
he was already in somebody else's body.
But when William woke
what
up,
was going on.
He was there calling for his brother, like almost similar to the scene at the end of Wanda Vision.
Okay. Yeah.
So maybe he is dream walking.
That's one theory.
Like maybe he is dream walking. Because this version of Billy is from a different universe. I mean, we didn't even get a chance to see. Well, the universe that she found her kids in wasn't even the one that she heard them from.
No, she didn't.
And then at the same time, this could be Darkhold playing a trick on her too. So we gotta keep that in mind. But it was enough to send her on a search to hunt down America Chavez so she can start traveling multiverse. Mm-hmm. To go looking for her kids because she thought her kids were in trouble. Mm-hmm. But the way William woke up screaming for Tommy was almost the same way as we heard them screaming for, or not screaming, but the way Wanda heard them, like they were in some sort of trouble.
So I don't know. There's too many unknowns to actually put that together, because I hear what you're saying. The hex was gone when Scarlet Witch heard them, and whatever. But at the same time, we're picking up where they left off with them, with the hex leaving and Billy throwing himself and possibly his brother in somebody else's body. So I just don't know, because of where it's picking up from with this show. Mm-hmm. Once we seen Billy's backstory and Williams, I don't know where that could be, unless
because
it could be he's in another hex unknowingly that he created, and there's a part of him. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. There's just so many unknowns and so many variables that can happen. And we've already been shown that every time we think about something that's going to happen, something else happens. I love that this show keeps us guessing. Yeah. Those of you who do know what's, going on and have been able to guess everything, I'm a little jealous because I just want to know. So tell me something. But that's what my theory is right now. I just really feel like definitely William is gone, unfortunately, because he did seem like a nice kid. And the fact that his parents hasn't even got to mourn his death, that's horrible. And then Billy
heard the heart stop.
We did.
William died.
And Billy was able to take over because William was no longer in that body. He took it over just like that as soon as he was gone. But then where did William's soul go? Rio came to get, I feel like she came to get William's soul to walk him. But where was his soul at? I know she gets to his body and sees that, oh, this isn't the same person. This is somebody else, and finds out who he is. But where's William's soul?
Another thing of note too, this was actually a catch by John Campia. So at the end of this episode, we saw, of course, Agatha and now Billy start walking off before the episode ended. But he had on jeans and a hoodie. The same type of jeans and hoodie that was discovered on the body at episode 1. The whole crime scene investigation, which was us to believe that, that was Wanda. Okay, you could say that until the library scene of episode 1, where she's talking to the librarian. The librarian was asking her, I heard there was a dead girl that was found, and Agnes' response was, who said it was a girl? Or something to that, to that extent, yeah. So, you go to the morgue scene. The morgue scene is the only time we actually saw red hair.
Because I saw it
because the body had the hood on.
But I need to look at it again.
Yeah, the body had the hood on. I could be wrong, but I remember that body had the hood on, and the fingers were black, as if somebody was using the Darkhold, but it wasn't necessarily. It didn't. It could have passed for a boy.
But my thing is, how would Billy have gotten a hold of the Darkhold if Wanda destroyed it, or Scarlet Witch destroyed it in every reality? How would he have been able to get a hold of it to do it? Because we know the black fingers come from using the Darkhold. How was he able to use it if Wanda destroyed him in every reality, or Scarlet Witch?
Mephisto?
So you saying Mephisto has the power to bring the Darkhold back?
Or Mephisto may have a copy of the Darkhold himself. That didn't get destroyed.
There's another thing. Do we think we're going to see Mephisto?
I actually have...
in this series?
The way this is going now, I do feel like we may be seeing Mephisto finally. At the beginning, I'm like, nah, we're not going to see him. I know he's scheduled to appear in Ironheart. Actually, he's casted in Ironheart. But the way this series has turned, I'm almost willing to put money on it that we're going to see Mephisto.
Oh man, don't send me down that rabbit hole. What if this is Mephisto's hex on them? We're not going to go there, though. We're not going to go there. That is way too far left field.
Because I feel like there's way too much involved, especially with death being involved, for him not to be. At this point, Agatha's involved, possibly getting her power back, or another hex is up there. The son of the Scarlet Witch has manifested. Like, how does he not get involved at this point?
I'm not 100% sold on the fact that we'll see Mephisto. It would be awesome if we did, don't get me wrong, but I'm not 100% sold on that we will. But you never know. You never know. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I need to go back and watch that first episode when they found the body, because I thought I seen hair coming out of the hood. But then again, like I said, there was black fingertips. Not sure how Billy would have gotten a hold of the Darkhold to be able to gain those black fingertips. I mean, because you would have had to dabble in it quite a bit to get the level of black that was on those fingers. So I still think the body was Wanda. But we definitely, like you said, it could be Mephisto has another copy of the Darkhold. But I thought she destroyed. If Wanda destroyed them in all realities, wouldn't that be the copy Mephisto has too?
Unless she wasn't able to reach that one. Because it is in his possession.
But the way it was destroyed and where it was destroyed at, that was supposed to have been the end-all Darkhold. I mean, who's to say the Darkhold is gone forever? We don't know that. I'm just giving my perspective on this, and
Mephisto rewrote one.
That's a possibility too. I will say he and I don't agree on a lot of this. We both have our own theories, and we've been going back and forth all day about what we both think.
I mean, you could go down a rabbit hole with the show, which is the reason why I really like it now.
Yes, I love that it makes me think so much.
It has me guessing. I just thought about it literally right now, of how everything in William's room is kind of being recreated or shown throughout the Witch's Road. And this outfit that Billy now has on reflects the outfit that was seen on the body of Wanda or Billy. That could be a part of the hex. There's little things that was in that room that he was associated with that is now starting to show itself along the Witch's Road. This Witch's Road, I'm starting to lean strongly on the theory that this is a hex, but for who and for what?
Yeah, so we both think this is definitely a hex. We just have two different theories about what type of hex it is. But yeah, so what do you think? What do you think? Do you think what we're saying is just completely idiotic and has no value or anything like that? And that's completely fine. Again, we go down our rabbit holes, whether they're true or not. But let us know what you think. Do you hate what we said? Did it make you go down a rabbit hole? Do you have your own theories? Just let us know. We definitely want to know. Leave us a comment. We definitely will reply. Sorry, I keep saying that, but we do.
and also, I'm coming up with an idea. I spoke with her earlier about it. We want to do something like this again next week, after next week's episode. Excuse me. If there's other reactors that have watched our videos and got their own theories, people are in our comments. If you guys are down, pour up a drink. Join us next week. We'll set up a Zoom or a Google Meets, and let's chop it up.
We can all watch it together, react, and review it together.
Let's chop it up. Let's share our theories. And let's see how wrong we all may be.
I have a theory I'm completely wrong, and I don't even care.
I'm about 95%, 96%, and I'm going to be wrong. But let's see who gets the closest.
Yeah, that's what this is about now. Let's see. It's not going to be a very large close. It's going to be a very far away, but was somewhat in the right direction if you look at it with some binoculars. But that's what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
So
if you're down, shoot us a message. Go onto our page. Leave a comment. Let us know that you're down for it, and I'll go ahead and get everything set up. If you guys aren't, it's all good. We'll go ahead and post this video up anyway, and see what the hell this next episode's got to.
Yeah, we're excited.
Review.
I'm just like, I never wanted weeks to go by so fast. Usually I'm like, slow down. And now I'm like, God damn it, it's only Saturday?
But,
I got more days.
The major props to the Disney, to Marvel.
Yeah.
This one flew under the radar for sure.
And come on, let's give it up for the acting.
This one flew under the radar.
The acting is so phenomenal in this. I thank all the actors because they made this show. They are so delivering, and it's just like they capture you and you want to keep watching, and it's just like you feel everything that they're feeling. So it's pretty awesome. Love the show. But yeah, so thanks for hanging in there with us. Thanks for geeking out with us and listening to us. Again, let us know your thoughts. Let us know your rabbit holes, your theories, and things like that, or what you think about what we said, whether you like it or not. We don't mind the feedback. All right. So until we meet again, have a great night.
Deuces.